CHICKEN. Use the code chicken in the shop. CHICKEN. Use the code
Guys, the
chicken.
chicken is here. We are back today with another Boom Beach video. In today's video, guys, we have the sneak peek for Season 29 Protos. And like I hinted the other day, I'm very excited for the season. I think it's going to be awesome. And we're going to talk about this and a lot more. Also, guys, I got Mr. OP Destroy on the horn. Mr. OP, how you doing, buddy?
Honk, honk. What's up, buddy? Welcome. Thank you for having me. Why am I saying welcome? Thank you for having me, chicken. How you doing, buddy?
Good, man. Good. Thank you so much for coming on. It's been a while.
Sure.
So, let's just get right into the good stuff. So I'm just going to do like a whole scroll of the tech tree. And then, OP, while I'm doing this, just give me your kind of opening thoughts on this tech tree layout and all these proto troops we got here. We got the clone rifleman at the start.
I'm liking the clone rifleman. That's a game winner right there.
Mm-hmm.
Shockeneers, okay, I guess. Dr. Vitamin, he was clutch a couple seasons ago when we had him. The stunner, he looks cool, but I'll pass. But melon bombardier, any kind of bombardiers are going to be a winner.
My favorite troop in the game, the melon bombardiers. They're so good.
Yeah, they do splash.
That's what a proto troop needs to be, right? Is a melon bombardier.
Yeah, I like the melon bombardiers.
And then we got
engineer man. I mean, he's cool looking and drops critters every 50 seconds or something.
In my opinion, worst troop in the game.
I would agree with you on that one.
Like, at least if they're gonna not be good, make them look cool, like the incinerator. You know, the incinerator
is
he just
cool.
Sucks all around. But anyways, guys, so yeah, right out of the gates, we've got clone rifleman. That's going to be awesome. It's not going to be necessarily a heavy rush. I think that gives us a couple of options. We also have mines. We have building health. So I think right out of the gates, it's really going to be interesting. You know, because the clone riflemen, they were so good the last time that we had them. Do you remember that, OP?
Oh yeah, I hear though. Where are the riflemen in the tech tree? Do we have riflemen before we upgrade them? No, we don't.
Oh,
so
we do not. Good
they're
point.
going to be. Yeah, I don't see riflemen for where are
riflemen
riflemen at?
Where are the riflemen?
I don't see riflemen, bro. So my question is, I guess that's our rifleman. So. Yeah, no, I like the clone. That's going to be great. I think. I forgot. Can you flare those guys, or do they not flare?
I believe you can flare the riflemen. I don't think you can flare the clones.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think that and maybe some Zukas. Because those mines, if you think about it, with the clone riflemen hitting those mines, they're just going to pop up more. So the mines are they're cool, but they're going to cause more riflemen to show up on the screen as they hit them. So... yeah, it's interesting. I like it. I'm just unsure of the riflemen. We don't have riflemen this season, but just the clone riflemen. I don't know. Yeah, interesting.
But I don't think riflemen affect the clone rifleman levels, right? Like, it's not like a second wind situation. I think the clone riflemen are based off the level of the actual...
yeah, it looks like that to me. Yeah, you're right. Upgrading them. So that is our riflemen for sure. They are just riflemen. They just have that perk of cloning. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. Otherwise, why would you upgrade them, right?
Exactly right.
Strange. But either way, so then we move forward and we have we got kind of a weird. It's kind of the same stuff. It's just in a weird layout. We've got this multi-node in the middle. Sniper towers we'll probably skip since they're on their own. Just go straight through the flamethrowers to heavies. Wait, actually. It might be fast. Well, do we want to skip Zukas or do we want to skip sniper towers, I guess is the question. But either way, so we move forward, and then what do we got? We got boom mines right off of 3 engines. We got some cannons. We don't see a lot of prototypes right out of the gate. Typically those are a little bit deeper in 4ER, but we do have a lot of building health, troop damage. And yeah, let's see how much building health and... let's see how much ice and how much troop damage we have. So there's 1 building health, 1 damage, and...
there's 50, 50, 50, 100.
50, 50, 50, 100, 100.
100 UH.
150, or
100. 100.
Okay. So 100 building health, and... is it
100 DVD.
Damage? 150 building damage?
I think 100 DBD. I think I
Yeah,
saw
you're
100
right. So it
DBD.
looks pretty even.
Yeah,
So that's going to benefit the offense a little bit. Um, yeah, it's not a heavily. It's kind of balanced. It's not heavily defensive or heavily offensive, I guess. But I think what's important to see is where do we see melon bombers? Like they're pretty deep in the tech tree. They're not till after. What was that? The fifth engine?
yeah, that looks like that's the fifth engine because after that's 110 and then 165. So yeah, after the fifth ER, it looks like there's melon bomb, and they're on a dead end back node, which is interesting. So I mean, obviously, you got building health there. You're gonna want to grab, so you'll want to grab them most definitely.
So, do you think it's safe to say it's going to be a race to whoever can get the melon bombardiers first, or maybe Doctor Vitamin heavies and clone riflemen? Like that's a pretty good mixture too, especially when we're in that base race meta when it's all about speed and just kind of powering through those defenses. And like we said, we don't have a ton of building health or building damage, and there's also there's no prototypes until where after the fourth ER here.
Right. It looks clear. If you think about it, you got that building health at the beginning, and our first offensive boost is troop damage, which is after the third ER. So my guess is people unlock the clone rifleman, max them, and head over to get that troop damage.
Yeah, I think that makes a lot
because
of sense.
that's gonna really amp them up.
And we do have what's interesting here is we actually have 2 sky shields after 4 and between 5. That's pretty unusual. We don't usually have that.
Yeah, you're right. We don't. So that's interesting find.
I mean, for a level 1 prototype, you probably want to go with either the Doom Cannon or the Sky Shield. It just kind of depends on what the meta is. But I mean, with the Doctor Vitamins, they're really gonna make that heavy rush really strong, and it just depends, I guess, on how strong the clone riflemen are. The bases you run up against, if they have a lot of splash damage, they got a lot of flamethrowers, that kind of thing. I think typically rocket launchers is what you want to look out for when you're trying to do a rush with the clone riflemen, but we don't see those until, they're not really deep, they're not really early, they're kind of a little bit farther than where they typically are at.
I just think with the clone riflemen, if I remember them, they are strong. There's many of them when you use them.
Yeah,
it's just a matter of just kind of guiding them, because if you can split drop them in a way, depending on the layouts that we are presented with, and maybe sprinkle a couple Zukas in there to kind of. I mean, you could wreck it with clone riflemen and Zuka. To be honest, because.
Yeah,
those
absolutely.
things they just multiply like rabbits. Those clone riflemen.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
I think the question is going to be off the start is, like you said, are we going to want to mix in some Zukas, or should we go the sniper tower route? Because I mean, we can either skip Zukas or skip sniper towers, and we know we're probably gonna, sniper towers are, not an amazing defense, but we'll probably want them at some point just to help fill up the base. But yeah, it kind of depends if Zukas are going to be a thing, or if the clone rifles are going to be enough to just kind of stand on their own.
Right. Really quick, where's the flare in the front?
Oh, yeah, where's the flare? Oh, it's right
it
at
is
the start.
front. Okay, so it's there right away. You have access to your guiding of your troops right off the bat. Okay, yeah, it's gonna be. You know what? It'll be interesting, man. Like I said, if somebody chooses to heavy rush, then you don't have flamethrowers. That's problematic. That building health is going to help and slow down heavy rushers, but I think the swarm of clone riflemen will be your best bet, because
I think they're so early that they're going to be probably pretty overpowered right away.
Yes, absolutely, man. Always that's huge. These things do not, like, they die, but they populate, and so I think the clone rifleman it has my thumbs up. This
well, I think
season
the last time we had them, we used them pretty well straight until 6ER or whatever, until we got volunteers, right? So it could be that again. We might be using them right away. So I don't. Either way, like whatever it ships out to be, I think maxing them out on day 1 is probably going to be a pretty safe bet. So.
Well, yeah, but think of it like this. Long term in the season, it usually turns into a meta of Kavan, heavy bombardier, or in this case, rifleman bombardier because they'll keep doing Kavan recycles. You know, they'll be reviving themselves with
exactly.
Kavan. So I think staggering clone riflemen with bombardiers,
Or
melon
even throwing a
bombardiers,
couple
and
of them into the
Kavan,
mix.
that
So
could
if
be
you
a,
do have the
a
max, it's
huge
not like
meta
a
all the way through the game.
yeah. Like even if you're just throwing a couple of them into the mix just to have like a lot of
Mm-hmm.
troops on the field, like So I don't think there's any reason to not max them right away. But
Sure.
yeah, man, I'm looking forward to the season. Two major reasons is just the new troops. We've used them before, but I find that the proto troops are always a lot of fun because, we never really know exactly like how it's going to play out or what's going to be the best with what. Like that's the fun of Warships is just trying to figure it out on the fly. And also this
Sure.
tech tree is kind of strangely layered, and we do have some pretty good deck layouts too. If you guys haven't seen it already, I'm going to post that on Instagram at the Chicken24. I do that. It's just easier just to post them all there, and then you guys can take a look and take screenshots or whatever you want to do. So I'll post the entire tech tree and all the deck layouts as soon as this video is live on Instagram. Like I said, OP, do you got anything going on for this season, or what's your plan? Are you streaming it?
Well, yeah, that's to be questioned. I'm not too sure. I'm really busy now at work, so it's peak season, so it's really hard for me to actually find time to sit down and actually commit for like a few hours. So I can't say yes or no. I'll do my best, but I will be playing next season. Whether it's every day or whatnot. So I'm looking forward to it nonetheless.
Yeah, for
I
sure.
do
I
love
mean, I
Boom
know you're
Beach,
going to put
and
out some kind of
I'm
video at some point, so guys, make sure you go ahead and subscribe to Mr. OP Destroy. I'll link his channel in the comments. You guys already know who he is, but as always, thank you guys so much for watching. OP, thank you for coming on. Appreciate your time. And yeah, guys, excited for season 29. Let me know what you think down below in that comment section. We'll catch you in the next one. Chicken out. Back.
back.